Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus, SUV Talk. Today I'm driving the 2022 GMC Sierra with a 3-liter inline 6 diesel made to a 10-speed transmission. This is technically the limited one, which means it's the prior generation of interior, basically, with the current model year 2022. So basically they're selling the older version with a new model year. Every brand does it. Ram does a classic. GM's done this for years. So in this video, though, I'm going to compare this with the 2022 Toyota Tundra. It's right behind me. The one I bought for the channel this year. We'll kind of put them parked next to each other. We'll walk around the exterior, talk about them. We'll do some off-roading. And I also did some towing with this. I have a massive towing video coming up. I'll link to that when that goes live. And you can check this truck out with a bunch of other trucks towing. Really good stuff. This truck is the AT4, which is the off-road package, right? And so I got the skid plates, the bigger tires, the Bilstein shocks, I believe in this case. Could be Fox. I think it's Bilstein. Anyways, I have different shocks, I have different tires, I have different configurations. It sits a little taller. It's really good look. It's one of the trucks that I've seriously considered buying is this truck because I just really like this powertrain. Huge fan. You know, on the road, off the road, towing. This powertrain is a huge win. It is a diesel, so people have concerns about diesels. They're more expensive to maintain sometimes. There's concerns about finding diesels. There's all this weird stuff happening. But I'm telling you, this diesel is just incredible, and it goes. Like, it just goes. It's the most fun powertrain I've seen the last couple of years. There's no really gadgets, no weird stuff. I get really good fuel economy. In this case, because it is the AT4, so I have the off-road package, I am looking at 21 combined, 20 city, 23 highway. You can get better fuel economy if you don't go the AT4. When this first came out, it had like 29 miles per gallon. I've seen people get 30 and just got to buy the right configuration truck. Don't get off-road package. Just get your basic SLE, SLT, something like that. Don't worry about that. It's quiet inside the cabin. Good visibility, as most full-size trucks have. A huge grab handle to hop in. So from a driving standpoint, it's nice and comfortable. And on the road, it's a pretty comfortable truck. It's something I could drive in for quite a bit of time if I sat on a seat cushion. GM seats have bugged me for the last couple of years, and I'm not sure why the seats are so hard. But I can tell you that around town, I'm fine. But after a long period of driving, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 hours, yeah, I'm hurt. These seats aren't the most comfortable. So that's my statement on the seats. Everybody's butt a little bit different, but that's what my butt tells me. All right, so like I said, good visibility, handles pretty decent, good throttle when you have the steering wheel input, it moves pretty well. Again, just a big fan of what GM's done here. I will tell you that when we do the walk around the interior, when I walk around both trucks, show them to you, the 2022 new Sierra, not the limited, the new one has a much better interior layout. And if I was buying a truck, which I often do, I'd be buying that one because that interior is 1,000 times better than this interior. Some people care about that stuff, some people don't care about that stuff, but if you care about that stuff, then wait for 22. So again, on the road, plenty of power, good stopping, good turning radius. Even with the camper, I was doing a big U-turn. I was able to get around with the camper when I was towing. Quiet, pretty quiet in the cabin, and talking to my people around me that I have nobody in the cabin with, pretty quiet in the cabin. Everything works really well, and again, I just like the new dash coming in 2022 better than this dash. But all right, a few more quick notes. I do have different drive modes, like normal, sport, off-road. They're changed the transmission shift points, auto response. I do have adaptive cruise control, and I have regular cruise control as well. So you can set this vehicle in front of you like so, or you can just have regular cruise control. I do have a heated steering wheel and heated and cooled seats in the GMC. Let's get out to the country and let's park these trucks together and let's do a little walk around exterior, a little walk around interior, then let's go get dirty. Favorite thing to do. So let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, let's go ahead and check out these two trucks. The Toyota Tundra is brand new this year, and the GMC Sierra is a carryover. The exterior is about the same on the 2022, and it's windy out here, so I'm gonna talk really loud. So let's get to it. We can see the differences, right? The exterior differences. We have TowWorks over here We have no tow hooks there. Whatever. We have an air dam, no air dam, and no air dam there. I mean, that air dam comes down, and so we have an air dam that comes down. Both of them don't have air dams when you're sitting for off-road packages. We have the headlights kind of built in there. We have the fog lamps there. I say built in because it kind of goes around, and you have Sierra right there. In this case, we have the fog lamps here, and this kind of goes in a little bit. Interesting shape. All right. So there is your exterior differences, both the same height. Yeah. Come around the sides. This is a Carbon Pro Edition. I'll show you that in the back. Duramax diesel. I have the Wrangler Duratrack Goodyears. These are 275 65 R18s. We can kind of see some suspension there. I do have the wheel liners in here too. AT4 there in white. That's got a little dirty. Sorry about that. All right, so we have that there, and then those are the shocks back there. I just can't recall if they're Bilsteins or not. And then we have the wheel liners there. From the back, this is where, all right, look, this is where GMC really wins and Chevy wins, right? Step in bed, have the grab handle here, get up there. Okay. Or if you want to get fancy like, this drops down. By the way, there's a video coming on this. This is new. You need to know about this. This stops the tailgate from pulling all the way down on top of the ball. Good thing. Got some hookups here. Again, trailer video. So we'll drop this down. And then we'll drop that down. See, that would hit the ball without that there. And then boom. Kicker speakers. You can jam out here in the countryside with some music going on. USB connected. With this comes up so you can get into the bed nice and easily. It is a very slick setup. This is a Carbon Pro. So this is, it's not steel, it's a carbon fiber material, not Corvette. So not Corvette, stronger than that, really strong. I was at a factory with this. They took a crowbar and like 2 dudes while they wrecked away from here. And so yeah, it's a very hardy bed, won't damage ding. Really cool thing. We have tie downs there, lights there, and we had a little rear little thing comes down over there. The window. We have 110 with a 400 watt hookup, which is basically useless. So there is the exterior of the Sierra. Over here we can see the blue interior here. We have a little bit more bigger mirror here, a little bit smaller mirror here. Come around the sides, very clean on the outside. A limited trim. See the windows? The windows are about the same. I mean, from the sides, honestly, you know, from the sides you could fool me. They look about the same. We have Wild Peak AT, what did I say? Falcon Wild Peaks, 265 60 R20s. So, and then my shock is there. Usually I do shocks as far as inverse. So you get one going like this, and you get one going like that, and it helps the ride and helps keep it on the road. And well, the center axle, what do they call it? That axle hopping, when you do the different things, hold us up. Here's the rear. Really nice tow down hooks here. Again, I talk about that in the towing video, more on that. Really good hookup there. Come around here to the bed. And this is where Toyota has some problems. I do have a step. I'll be adding a step. Look for that video coming soon. I do have the Toyota step going there. It helps get in the bed. This is a composite material. Again, it won't rust. It won't damage, ding. It's a very strong composite material. I've been using the Tacoma for many, many years. So similar ideas. Both beds are built with materials that won't damage, won't bang up. You don't need a spray and bed liner so much. On this one you do. This is really slick. That Carbon Pro isn't as slick, so you can get away with that. I do have the same plug, 110 volts, 400 watts. Do a coffee pot, that's about it. I do have 4 tie-down hooks, no other tie-down hooks, but I do have this rail. You put some tie-downs on there and moves it back and forth. So kind of a rail cleat system. And then that back window rolls all the way down. So it's a little bit different there as well. So there she goes. That's the exterior. Okay, let's go check out the interior of the GMC, and then we'll do the interior of the Tundra. Start in the back. So we don't have a completely flat floor like you do in the Ford, and Tundra's got more of a hump there, but this is mostly flat, so you can store some stuff long ways in here and have it ride pretty level. Good for dogs too. These seats fold up. You do have some storage here, but this is, I mean, you can unbolt this, take it out, but it's pretty much in there. So that's about as much storage room we have. These come up, go down, and I believe, do they come out? I think they do. I'll have to get, I think that comes down. And you do have the, yeah, I don't know what that, I don't know what you're storing in there. I have the carbon here, and like a carbon fiber kind of wannabe material there. I do have some USB hookups back here, and I have some vents. Okay. Come around here. And one thing I always like to talk about is payload. So in this truck configuration, I have 1,484 pounds of payload with this configuration of truck. This is really cool. It's VIN specific trailing information. So this truck, max payload 1,484, curb weight, I can know that. I have max towing. I have 8,800 pounds max towing in this. So it's really cool. So they do that label, VIN specific. So whatever truck you have, all the features, they actually show that AT4 badging here. Powered seats with lumbar. Again, controls there, seat buttons, four-wheel drive. I use auto four-wheel drive a lot. I really like that feature. Drive modes, lights. I have a nighttime video as well. And then this is the rest of the interior. Again, I would look at that 2022. It's much better than this. I do not have a moonroof in this. I have some lights there, some controls there, and I have a rear view camera there, same as in the Tundra. So they're both about the same as far as that goes. Sticker on this one is $165. That's with $1,000 for the Carbon Pro. Technology package of cameras, $2,000, and $1,000 for the driver alert package. Premium package, $34.05. That's some 8-inch screen, the Bose premium sound system, wireless charging, Bluetooth, all that kind of stuff. So that's about where you're at with this truck. So that's how that works. Oh, I want to show you one more thing. I want to show you the center console here. So this is the setup there. Cell phone, glasses, that kind of stuff, USBs, piano keys, which is always a big fan for GMC. And I have the big container that you can see, plenty of room in there, and USBs there. So that's how that's going to look. And I'll have more on this technology as we get moving. I have another video showing technology of all these different trucks, but I just want to show you the overall on the interior. Okay, let's talk about the interior of this Tundra before we get blown away. So again, remember I made the comment about the hump being pretty big. There's that setup, and you have a bigger storage bin. So, you know, you may have a flatter loading floor over there, but you have less storage bin. This, you got better storage bin. You can hold more rifles, more stuff in here. Even the really long, yeah, my brush, because I'm short. All right, so that goes like this. Then this one, it does fold down. I'll show you on that side. It just folds down like this. It doesn't go completely flat. Back here I do have USBs. I have a little tray, plus I have the HVAC there as far as that. Here's your doors. This is a nice sill for your hands right here. This is nice. I have the moonroof right here. Oh, and real quick on pricing. This was $60,000, $67,000 out the door. That one was $65,000. Or, yeah, so about $5,000 to $6,000 difference by the time you get out the door. That one does have heads-up display, which I can't really show you in the sun time. But the heads-up display, you can get the higher trim level with the Tundra. We do have the powered seats with lumbar. I have 1,400 pounds of payload in this as well. When we get in, because that's what we want to do is get in. Whew. So seat buttons, I have, again, this sill's nice, big mirror. The HVAC controls there. This one's actually on. I'll turn the GMC on in a minute. That goes away, but that's your big screen, rear view camera. This is cool here. So we have the shifter, I have some piano keys there, rear locking differential as well. But this tray moves, and you have a little storage in here. Then you can open it up all the way, or his and hers kind of armrest. Big fan of that. One glove box, not two glove box like it's in the GMC, and the lights controls there. So again, just some differences. These are the soft tech seats. Those are a leather seat over there. So I'd say overall they're pretty comparable inside the cabin. About the same room in the rear. Again, the rear storage is just a question which one you like better. And other than that, again, pretty comparable trucks. So let's go ahead and get on down the road and get dirty. Yeah. Okay, a couple quick things to mention about off-road. I want to make sure I hit these topics. Number one, the GMC has auto four-wheel drive. And so you leave it in auto four-wheel drive. If it senses slippage, the system senses there's a problem, it puts it in four-wheel drive high for you. It's an automatic feature. It's pretty nice. I tend to leave it on all the time because I've looked at owner's manuals. There's really no reason to turn it off according to GM, so I just like to leave it on. I think people don't use four-wheel drive nearly enough, and we get in trouble if we don't in certain circumstances. So there's some argument to be had in that, but that's how I see auto four-wheel drive. The second thing is this has a locking differential that is an automatically locking differential. It's a G80 locker. So when we get into trouble, it'll lock the rear wheels and it'll spin at the same rotation. It helps you get out of trouble a lot easier. So in the Tundra behind me, you have not auto four-wheel drive, you have just four-wheel drive high, four-wheel drive low, and then you have a manually electronic locking rear axle, so you can put it on yourself. And in GMC, it's automatic. So just some differences there. And while I'm thinking about it, let me make sure I add this note to the video. This is a 2022 GMC Sierra Limited. This is what GM's PR team specs out and sends to journalists around the country like me. And so I don't have any control over packages, styling, whatever. This is the truck I get. The Tundra I bought for the channel for this year to do comparisons with, and so I controlled what model I got on that. But for those wondering about apples to apples, oranges, and all that kind of stuff, this is how it works. And no, the dealership doesn't have any trucks really. I can't go get them because they don't have anything at all. It's so barren right now on their lots. All right, let's talk about these two trucks. So we have the GMC Sierra versus the Toyota Tundra. Now, GMC Sierra's hyphen Chevy Silverado, we'll kind of put those thoughts together all in one video. So you have these two trucks that, for me, are on the road, on the open road, are pretty similar. They both ride pretty well. This Tundra will ride a little bit better because it's got the 5-link coil suspension. That's like similar to what the Ram's got, and it's gonna have maybe a smoother ride on the road. You tend to get a little more squat when you're towing, which it's not the end of the world. The Silverado's got the leaf springs, which have been around for decades and decades, and really reliable leaf springs. So there's always some question about, you know, 5-link coil suspension holding up over time versus leaf springs. And I just think the suspension components are pretty strong these days, so I'm not really concerned about that. But I can tell you that this one, I think, overall rides just that much better because of the 5-link coil versus the leaf springs. And I think once you get into this truck, you'll be amazed how much, well, frankly, how much better it rides versus the 21 model. I mean, it's like night and day difference in this Tundra. Now, the Silverado, man, I like that powertrain. Or I'm gonna say Silverado. The Sierra, Tim, we're doing GMC. The Sierra, I like that 3-liter diesel powertrain, and you can get that in Silverado too. So, you know, if you're shopping for the truck, that 3-liter diesel is awesome. And I think that's one of the big advantages of, say, Chevy versus Toyota, is that you can get the 3-liter diesel, you can get the 5.3 liter, you can get the 6.2, you get a 2.7 liter little small four-cylinder engine as well. So you can get a variety of powertrains, you can get a variety of rear axle ratios, a variety of cabs, and you can build a truck to kind of fit whatever needs you have. In this truck, you get two choices, the 3.5 or the iForce Max hybrid powertrain. I say that weird too sometimes. Give me crap about it. It's got a 10-speed, and so you can get these two different powertrains. In this one, the Chevy gives you just more options. I think overall that I like this Tundra interior maybe a little better. I definitely like it better than the video I showed you on the screen of the 22 Sierra Limited. I want to get in the new one and see what I feel about that, interior versus interior. But I feel like this Tundra interior is really competitive, and probably more competitive than people give it credit for. I think they did a good job in the interior. Exterior is going to be like it or leave it for both trucks. That Trail Boss version and the AT4 version of the Sierra, the Trail Boss version of Silverado, it's been out for a couple years now, and I'm still lukewarm on the exterior styling. So things change over time, and I don't know, it's just the direction designers are going these days, and that's fair enough. So what it kind of boils down to, and we'll get to the synopsis here, is people want to know, which truck would I buy? Well, I'll be honest with you, I have bought trucks every year, and I buy them because I want the newest truck, so I always buy the newest one out there. And so the Silverado new interior, I've actually been looking at buying it, not because I think the interior of the Silverado is better, I like the powertrain better, I like this better, it's just newest truck. So that's the hard part of those questions, is it's really hard for me to say which one I'd buy. Now, in my view, as far as if I were to be really personal, I'd buy the Tundra because I like the seats better. I don't know what it is about GM seats. I love the GM trucks. I really do. I think the Silverado, you give me the LTZ or the Sierra, you give me the AT4. I think you just are badass looking trucks. I like the powertrains. I like what they're doing with them. And yes, I know there's always going to be issues right now with powertrains. GM's got some lifter issues. Toyota's got some wastegate issues. I mean, either brand's going to have some problems. There's always going to be a bad truck here and there. But I'm a big fan of what GM's doing with their powertrains. A big fan of their trucks. I just wish the damn seats were better. So if I could take the power on board generator from Ford, take the seats out of this, and take the GM truck and put it all together, I'd be doing awesome. That'd be like the best, almost the best truck ever. I had to get Ram involved. The interior Rams, yeah, just fantastic. Anyways, I digress. So that's how I see these trucks. Silverado, I think, is a pretty reliable truck. They've had a few engine issues in recent years that's kind of knocking out a little bit. Toyota's always been a really reliable truck. However, this is a new powertrain for the Tundra. It's not like the Lexus 3.5 liter V6. It's got differences in the heads. It's got differences in the turbos. Just a whole lot of different engines. So they're both going to be question marks as far as long-term reliability. I mean, because they're so, well, this is so new. And I said, the Silverado has had problems in the gas engines, has problems in the diesel engines. So if you get one and you get a good engine in it, that's where you want to be. But yeah, it's hard for me to decide, to really tell you definitively I'd buy one or the other. Those are the pros and cons. So go get in the Silverado in this year. Go for a drive. Go for more than, go for an hour, go for a couple hours, borrow for the weekend. If you like the seats, then that's when you would go with. And then get in the Tundra. If you don't feel like you're missing any features and you feel like this is the truck that fits your needs are, get the Tundra. Yeah, we're splitting hairs at this point between those two trucks, and I'm sure in the comments people are going to tell me a lot of different things about how they see it, but that's just kind of how I see it from the outside. I mean, I don't like to bash either product because they both build a pretty good truck. So there you go. Hey, for more, check the video over here, website down below, and make sure you check out this whole series of videos. I have comparisons of the Tundra versus the Ford versus the Ram versus a this Silverado and Sierra I was just talking about. Duh. So I have those comparison videos. I have a great video on towing. I have all the Ford powertrains you can actually buy these days. We're doing that in one massive towing video. Lots of good stuff. I'm gonna stop rambling. I promise. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you down the road.